Think your Valentine's Day plans are stressful? Imagine doing it like this. Buy 17 million flowers from around the world. 60% of them, or about 10 million, should be roses, mostly sourced from Ecuador or Colombia. Hire a few thousand in-house workers to arrange the flowers into bouquets and outsource the rest to local florists around the country. Unleash a blitz of advertising across podcasts, radios, televisions, and millions of Alexa smart speakers. Recruit hundreds of drivers to deliver the arrangements to offices, homes, schools, and romantic dinners everywhere. Now you're done, but you can't rest for long, because Mother's Day is right around the corner, and it's even bigger. This is the Valentine's Day prep of 1-800-Flowers.com, the biggest online flower retailer in the US. It pulls out all the stops to secure a chunk of the $2 billion that Americans spend on flowers every Valentine's Day. Does anyone actually call the number anymore?
Yeah, people do call 1-800-Flowers still.
These annual flower wars are heating up. The number of Americans who celebrate Valentine's Day has fallen over the last decade, but those that do are spending more. Over a third will buy flowers, and the market is blooming with new companies to meet that need. So how has an established company like 1-800-Flowers kept its top spot? In short, embracing technology and diversifying products. Despite the name, over half of 1-800-Flowers' $1.2 billion in annual revenue is from food, like chocolate, cookies, and fruit. And the vast majority of their sales come from e-commerce platforms. They're kind of like the Amazon of sentimental gift-giving, which works. Other than the recession years, 1-800-Flowers sales grew basically every year since 1995, often by double digits. But now, a new competitor has entered the flower wars, Amazon itself. The behemoth e-commerce company now sells 24 roses for cheap, with an optional 2-hour delivery for Prime members. So will 1-800-Flowers keep growing, or wilt in Amazon's shadow? 1-800-Flowers started as a single flower shop in New York City, purchased by Jim McCann in 1976. McCann kept his job as a social worker and ran the store part-time with the help of his family.
I remember when he bought that first flower shop, it was right before the Easter holiday. So all my friends were hitching rides down to Rockaway Beach. Instead, I had to get on a subway and go to work. So I started out not liking this business very much.
By 1984, McCann had 12 flower shops throughout New York City. 2 years later, he bought the assets of a failed Texan floral company to get the iconic 1-800-Flowers phone number. He wanted to be the first mass phone order floral delivery company, but he mistakenly bought the Texan company's debt too. All 7 million of it. Bankruptcy seemed imminent, his company doomed to wither away. His mother advised him to work his way out of it, but he was also saved inadvertently by the Persian Gulf War and the 1992 Summer Olympics. See, in 1987, McCann met CNN founder Ted Turner and started advertising on that network. In 1991, some of the network's advertisers pulled their ads, fearing negative association from CNN's nonstop coverage of the war. Turner advised McCann to stay, promising to play 1-800-Flower ads if other companies canceled. The next year, AT&T asked to feature 1-800-Flowers on an ad that would showcase both the flowers and AT&T's 1-800 number services.
And that starts with our AT&T 800 number.
AT&T 800 service can play a part in your success story, no matter how small your business may be.
AT&T aired the ad 3 times each night during the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. In a 2008 New York Times article, McCann credited these 2 events with giving 1-800-Flowers nationwide recognition at a fraction of what it would have cost. From there, business bloomed. By 1999, when it went public, 1-800-Flowers made nearly $300 million in revenue. At the root of this success were those 2 strategies: embrace emerging technologies and diversify products. 9 years after introducing its 800 number, 1-800-Flowers opened its first website. It formed relationships with AOL and Microsoft to grow a customer base.
And by '97, the consumer had voted the World Wide Web was the winning technology platform.
By 2004, the website overtook the phone number as the primary driver of business. A few years after that, 1-800-Flowers began investing in mobile commerce.
I think we launched our first mobile site in like 2007, 2008 timeframe. Today, more than half of our traffic is coming from mobile devices.
They're very cutting edge. They've spent a lot of money over the years on their IT and their technology, and they seem to be very good.
During this time, the company also expanded well beyond its in-house floral arrangement and delivery services. First, it established the BloomNet, a network of independent florists across the country. Each florist receives a guidebook of the company's bouquets to craft identical arrangements throughout the BloomNet. Today, 1-800-Flowers works with over 5,000 independent local florists. Next, the company bought others that sold products like chocolate, wine, gift baskets, stuffed animals, and gardening equipment.
You might go online thinking maybe flowers or something, but then you might see their offerings from Moose Munch or from Cheryl's Cookies or something like that, and could get ideas that, hey, maybe I'll do that.
By 2008, the percentage of revenue that came from flowers and other plants fell to 59%. That's down from 92% in 1997. These strategies worked. Sales grew every year from 1995 to 2008. But as with many retailers, 1-800-Flowers took a hit during the recession years. Sales fell in 2009 and 2010 and grew slowly for the next 4 years. To encourage growth, 1-800-Flowers turned to its usual playbook. It acquired the online invitation and event planning company Ping Corp and the UK-based floral and gift company iFlorist. The next year, it bought the gourmet food and gift brand Harry & David Holdings. That acquisition alone helped sales jump by nearly 50% from 2014 to 2015. This was also the first year that food surpassed flowers as the majority of revenue. On the tech side, 1-800-Flowers uses customer data to personalize offers. It delivers those offers through an array of technologies like Facebook Messenger, Apple Business Chat, and smart speakers from Amazon, Google, and Samsung.
Technology has been a big part of how we've grown our business. We've been able to embrace new technologies over the past couple of decades and every time transform our business.
But these moves haven't yet brought 1-800-Flowers back to its former growth rate. After the 50% jump in 2015, sales growth fell back to under 5% in 2016. It slipped into the negatives in 2018 after the company sold one of its chocolate companies, Fannie Mae, to Ferrero for $115 million in cash. It replaced Fannie Mae with a different brand, Simply Chocolate. Furthermore, as both Valentine's and Mother's Day approach, 1-800-Flowers faces increasingly crowded flower wars. According to an IBIS World report, online floral retailing is in a growth period. This means that 1-800-Flowers will compete with long-standing rivals like FTD companies and newer startups like The Books Company and Bloom That.
So as we look at the floral part of our business, we've seen several new entrees, new startup companies come into the marketplace. We view that as a very positive thing because it shows that there's opportunity for growth in the market.
But perhaps the most concerning for 1-800-Flowers is Amazon. Any move Amazon makes draws attention from related retailers.
It's a relationship where we work with Amazon. We've done Amazon Flowers for Amazon Fresh. We sell in their marketplace. We work on their Alexa platform. But what we have to do is to make sure we're taking care of our customer experience, focusing on our brand, and constantly bringing truly original products to the table.
It's unclear if Amazon can break into the sentimental gift-giving industry, or whether it will put its energy there.
Amazon is oriented toward high-volume, high-consumption categories that are very large and more for self-consumption or self-ordering. Gifting is not their thing.
1-800-Flowers prepped for Valentine's Day 2019 with a blitz of advertising and enticing sales. Whether this year will be a bloom or bust for the company is in consumers' hands.